So today, for a subject, I want to use respect. Everybody say respect. Say it again, say respect. I want you to say it loud, say respect. Respect is what I want to talk about today, respect. I've learned something. Guess what I've learned, guys? That when you respect God, you'll do things different with your life. I've learned that when you have a paradigm or you have a mentality or you have a thinking process that includes respecting God, it will dictate how you do everything else in your life. I've learned that when people don't respect God, they tend to not respect themselves. They tend to not respect other people because they don't have respect first for the Creator. So first, we've got to understand that God is the creator of the universe. He's a God that can do anything but fail. He is a progenitor of everything, which means everything has come from Him. He's a progenitor. He's the Father. Everything that started in the universe, that started in time, that started in eternity, it was invented. It came from Him. He's God. He is so awesome that He can count every hair on your head. Everybody in this room, He can, as He's counting the hairs on everybody's head in the room, He also knows the desires of everybody's heart. Not only can He count the hairs and know the desires, He's everywhere all the time. That means He fills the universe. He fills the world. He is God. The manual and the book to your life, there's only one you. There's nobody that's ever been you, and there's nobody that ever will be you. God has the book. He has the design manual for your life. So we've got to first understand, if we want to be whole and if we want to be successful people, even young people, older people, wherever we are in our life, if we want to be truly happy, if we want to be truly whole and successful in our relationships, we must respect God. We got to respect God. If you respect God, it'll change how you walk. If you respect God, it'll change how you talk. I remember when I had no respect. I grew up in church. I had no respect for God. And because I didn't care about God, I didn't care about me. And because I didn't care about me, I sure didn't care about you. So what had to happen? For me to care about you, I had to care about me. And for me to care about me, I had to care about God. Respect. So let me show you something in the Bible. I want you to let's look together at Luke chapter number 6. Verse number 27. And before I do that, while you're turning or they're getting it on the screen, I want to give you a definition. Respect is the condition of being esteemed or honored. It's to be held in high respect or high regard. The Bible's way of talking about respect for God, it gives a definition or a term called fear. It says, fear the Lord. And as an adolescent, I wondered, what's fearing God? I thought, man, fearing God is He going to send me to hell if I do wrong. I'm scared of God. He going to kill me. If I do the wrong thing, He going to draw my arm up. He going to mess me up. And you know, through making mistakes, I've learned that God don't necessarily do that first, because where sin abounds, grace abounds much more. So the fear of God is not trembling and scared He going to kill me. The fear of God is love and respect for God. So the Bible teaches us that we should love and we should respect God. So now we don't do things not because we're scared God's going to kill us, but we don't do it because we love Him like that. There are certain things that we will do because we respect God. Like we tithe and we give and we be a blessing to other people that can't do nothing for us. We're nice to people. We're courteous to people. We're kind. We're loving. We forgive people quick. Why? Because we respect and we love God. And He requires it. I'm gonna wrap this thing up and bring it to our families. Watch this. Luke chapter number 6, verse 27 said this, but to you who are listening, I say, He's talking about a paradigm. Check Jesus out. He says, love your enemies. Got a problem with that one right there. That's tough. It says, do good to those who hate you. Huh? Bless those that curse you. Are you serious? Pray for those that mistreat you. Really? If someone slaps you on your cheek, turn to them the other one? I ain't feeling that. If someone takes your coat, do not withhold your shirt from them. Give to everyone who asks you, huh? And if anyone takes what belongs to you, do not demand it back. And here's the kicker. Here's the center. Here's the thing that weaves this whole text together. Here's the thing that makes this text become alive. Here's the ideology that we've got to adapt for our life right here. Here it goes. It says this. Verse number 31 says, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. So Jesus is saying this is the litmus test. If you're wondering, because every situation is so different Everybody's situation is so different. It's relative. It feels the same, but it's different. My situation and my struggle or my challenges feel the same as yours, but they're different perhaps. So Jesus is here giving us a way mentally to process this thing. He says, do unto other people the way you want them to do you. In other words, treat people the way you want to be treated. And do it because you respect God. Wow. So this is the inner God that God gave to every person to make the right decision on how to treat others in uncomfortable situations. How many of you got some uncomfortable situations in your family? Come on now. Come on. It's three people. Is it in the foyer, in the overflow room? Hold them up. Come on. This is Oasis. We ain't going to judge you. If you're going to judge somebody first, you got to start with me. Y'all going to have to throw me out, and then you have to throw the person next to you out too, because they crazy too. So don't be ashamed. Hold them up. If you got some issues, come on. You got some problems in family relationships, come on. Do I have any people that's been married? You had some issues in this. Come on. Hold them up. Yeah, I had some good days. I had some hills to climb. All right, thank you very much. I had 2 people at first. Y'all got to remember, this ain't the kind of church people going to look at you crazy. We ask them to leave. Y'all go to the street. We over here, we might as well be real. Am I right? So let me give you a couple theological or biblical examples first of people who respected God. Jesus Christ respected God. This cat was coming to arrest Jesus, right? Like, Jesus, check this out. I'm coming to get you, dog. We're going to have to make you go to the cross. You said you king of the Jews. You said you God manifested in the flesh. You committing blasphemy. We come to kill you. What I love about Jesus is he had an entourage with him, and I love having Peters in my entourage too. And this dude named Peter was crazy. Somebody say Peter was crazy? Jesus knew he had to go to the cross. His flesh didn't want to do it, but his spirit wanted to please God. He wanted to please the Father. He says, that any other way this cup can pass me by, nevertheless, not my will, but thy will be done. My flesh don't want to do it, but my spirit, my mind, my paradigm, the way I think kicks in. I want to respect and please God. So Peter says, look here, if you walk up on Jesus, I'm telling you, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to do you, dog. He says, look here, I'm coming to get him. Peter said, look, run up on Jesus. I'm going to do you, dog. This cat runs up on Jesus. Peter swings his sword, tries to cut his face off, missed his face, hit his ear. His ear falls on the ground. Jesus picks his ear up and put it back on him. I want to please the Father. I'm going to do somebody like I want them to do me. I want to please him. I want to make the Father happy. I want to make him glad. There's another story about this young cat, right? The Bible calls him the prodigal son. That word prodigal means reckless and extravagant. In other words, his son wanted his inheritance early. His dad said, look, I ain't dead yet. You got millions. Just be calm, cool, be chill. Chill, man. I'm going to give it to you. No, Daddy, I want it now. He said, son, you ain't ready for it. If you get this money, you're not ready for it. You're not developed enough yet. You're not evolved enough yet to get it. Now I want my money, Daddy. He disrespected his dad. His dad said, here's your inheritance. This cat get all this money, blows all his money, comes back home broke. And guess what his dad do? Instead of throwing him out, his dad welcomes him home. Put a coat on him and put his ring on him and said, I'm going to have a party and let's praise God and have a celebration that my son came back home. When he could have threw him out, he said, no, it'll please God because I want to do to him like I want somebody to do me. Give you another illustration, one more Bible illustration. Check this out. There's this chick and some dudes. And these dudes said, hey, we finna kill her. She a hooker. She been sleeping with everybody's husbands. We finna kill her. We finna stone this chick, Jesus. She's a hooker. Jesus said, hooker, hold on. And then he went silent on them. He didn't say a word. Jesus took a knee and a finger. Somebody say a knee and a finger. He went on one knee and one finger and wrote in the sand, you without sin. Cast the first stone. These cats dropped their stones and went home. They had a pocket full of stones. But they dropped them and went home. Why? Because they saw themselves and they said, I want grace and mercy done to me, so I'm going to do it to her. It'll please God. Jesus knew you got some issues too. So I want to please you by how I treat other people. So let's talk about this, man. Here we go. Let's bring it to our families. I want to talk about kids today first. I want to talk about kids. I want to talk about mixed families. I want to talk about families. I want to talk about you who had a kid by somebody else and it's not your new wife's kid, and she has a kid, and y'all have one together. I want to talk about you, lady, who you got kids by somebody else from an old marriage or relationship, and he got kids, and then y'all got one or two together. I want to talk about how to handle that. I want to talk about when you're insecure with yourself. See, people let insecurity, jealous, patience, fear rule them when they forget to respect God, and they treat people wrong. Insecurity will make you treat the new kid wrong. See, let me start with us guys. See, men, check this out. When you marry a woman and she got kids, it's like you're holding an umbrella and it's raining. You're the father. And no matter if these boys or these girls are not yours biologically, when you marry this woman, they become yours. So you don't say, I'm going to let my biologicals get under the umbrella, but y'all, people that's not biological, y'all stand out in the rain. It's wrong. And it caused problems in marriages and relationships. You know I'm talking, right? Some of y'all looking crazy now because I'm talking about your business. It's wrong. When you marry this woman, you didn't just marry her, you married her kids too. So even though, well, Pastor, he got his daddy, I ain't his daddy, he can't call me daddy, call you Frank. But when he with you his daddy. When he's with you, he's under the umbrella of you being his father. So you got to treat him right, because if you don't treat him right, it kills the whole family dynamic. You know, I meet people all the time, and they say, hey, Pastor, how you doing? I'm such and such, and this is my wife such and such, and this is my son Jimmy, and this one of my little stepkids. How do you think it affects the kid, and how do you think it affects your wife? When the kids got strife in the house because one getting shrimp and steak and the other one eating oatmeal for dinner. It's wrong. And we have marital issues about it. If you're single, do not marry a cat who won't accept your child just like they accept you. You got to tell him we're a package. And if it don't come natural for him, run, Forrest. You don't need to marry a cat who don't want your baby too. Listen, guys, when you marry this chick, her kids become your kids. Ain't his daddy in his life. Listen, when his daddy in his life, fine, but when you get in the car with me, I'm daddy now. And I'm going to function in the role as dad. I'm going to love you like daddy. I'm going to hug you like daddy. I'm going to come to your games like daddy. I'm going to teach you like daddy. But hold on, Pastor. What about the ladies? I'm finna get on them because you know how the ladies do. Don't you touch my baby. If I feed him, I'll beat him. Some of you women, you marry this man and you won't let him discipline the kids. You only let him talk to his child. Don't you touch my baby. Don't you say nothing to my baby. No, it's his baby too. How can you expect a man to feed and pay for a boy, but can't discipline the boy? Oh, I'm finna talk. I know I got the right message now. Yeah, I know I'm in the right place. I'm in the right place. You want me to pay for the boy, raise the boy, but I can't tell him nothing? Somebody say that's wrong. It's wrong. And now you got problems in your marriage, don't you? You argue, you fuss, and you fight, don't you? All because you're insecure. All because you're insecure. I don't want him to give more attention to his than mine. I don't want her to give more attention to hers than mine, but they're ours. I must be preaching. I must be preaching. Settle in your saddle. Settle in your saddle. It's wrong. And now you got problems in the family dynamic because what the counselors call the nuclear family, all the biologicals, whether they're biological or not, when they come under the roof of your umbrella, when they come under the roof of your house, they're all your kids, husband and wife. You will always have problems in your marriage when you are insecure of the kids. And it's wrong. That's what people do. Insecurity it'll make you treat, watch this. We want to talk about baby mama and baby daddy drama. When you're insecure about yourself, you'll treat the baby mama wrong. Because you insecure. Cussing at the lady, picking at the lady, starting fights with the lady, dealing with the lady kid wrong. Oh, I know I'm talking right. They don't need to get mad. I'll fight back. I'm still working on verse number 29. Slap me, I ain't delivered on that one yet. Verse number 29 says, if someone slap you on the cheek, turn them the other one. I ain't there yet, Jesus. He's still working on me. If you slap me, I'm swinging back with this iPad. I promise you. Good, I promise you. So when you're insecure, it'll make you treat people wrong. Insecurity make you say, I'm not going to deal with the baby's mom right. Because you used to be my man. I used to be my woman. So I'm so insecure about myself that I'm going to penalize the child. I'm going to argue. I'm going to start fights. I'm going to have problems with my husband. I'm going to have problems with my wife, all because I'm insecure about myself. But when you made the deal, you made the deal. You stood up and said, for better or worse, you made the deal. You said it. You knew it. You knew he or she had babies and kids before you said I do, and you made the deal. You knew you had a baby mama or a baby daddy before you made the deal, and now you're treating the baby mama and daddy wrong. And you got problems in your marriage, don't you? I bet you do. You got problems, don't you? Issues. You got issues. You can't make love right. You can't communicate right. You can't spend your money right because you're in disunity, because you did not respect God. When you respect God, you'll say, I'm going to deal with this woman right, even though I don't like her. I'm not going to be insecure about myself. I won't be intimidated by her. Don't you know, girl, he with you? Well, I trust him, Pastor. I just don't trust her. Well, is that born out of, is that wisdom? Sometimes that's wise, or is it born out of your insecurity? Because sometimes, ma'am, you can make a problem that's not there. I told y'all ladies, look, and I'm going to get on the guys too. I'm going to balance it. I told you ladies, look at her. She thinks I wasn't paying her no attention. You done showed me her booty, and it did look good. All you had to do was not say nothing. I really wasn't paying her no attention. But because you're so insecure about yourself, the man don't even want to talk to the girl on the phone, but anything that's dealing with the child. But you so insecure that he got to talk to her because you talking to the kid about her. Guys, you do it too. Talking to the kid about the mama. Your mama, she a hooker. Your mama trifling. And you mess the child up, you scar them for life, or you mess your relationship up, all because you're insecure. Listen, jealousy will make you treat the child wrong too and get back at the old lover. Sometimes when you're jealous, you'll treat the child wrong just to try to get back at the other person. And it's a little different when you talk about men and women. Because see, with us dudes, most of the time dudes, if we don't like each other, we size each other up. We let each other know and we straight. See, we don't care. Look here, dog. You got a pistol, I got a pistol. You'll throw down, I'll throw down. So it don't be nuclear war. We just going to be cool. That's what men do. We see each other. We size each other up. What a deal. It's all good. I ain't scared of you. You ain't scared of me. We grown. I'm out here getting my money. It's all good. You getting yours. All right, partner. It's all good. You deal with your kid. I'm going to deal with the kid. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. We straight. I don't care about you. I ain't thinking about you. It's all good. But something about ladies. You and 5 of your friends. Here she come, the new girlfriend. You ain't never met her. As soon as she come in, ooh. And you got your 5. You got your whole team. Your whole team sizing this chick up. It's wrong. You buying your son your biological Nikes, and you buying them XJ900s. Some of y'all never heard of them. That's my point. You buying them new clothes, and your husband's son, his biological, you giving them hand-me-downs. Here goes some eggs, huh? And you expect him not to have a problem with you? You expect him to want to make love like that? You expect her to want to be intimate? You expect her to just want to be all this stuff? When you abusing her child, y'all's child, when you abusing the child, you're abusing her. When you abusing the child, you're abusing him. And you expect him or her to want to come home? And we supposed to come to church, and just because we say, Lord, I love you, that's supposed to fix it? No, you got to get your heart right towards God so you can have a good relationship. Oh, I know they ain't going to tell you at another church, but I'm going to tell you, you got to get your heart right, because coming to church shouting is not going to fix your heart. You got to say, God created me a new heart, renewing me a right spirit. Whatever you do, don't take it away. God, I respect you enough to treat the child right. Sometimes we're too jealous and we forgot he picked you. And men, it ain't just women that's jealous. It's the men jealous. You got to remember, she picked you. You controlling this chick? I call it cupping her. She can't go nowhere. She can't have no friends. She can't never go out because you jealous. She can't talk to the baby daddy about diapers, money, or nothing because you jealous. When the woman wants you, she left him. Or he left her. It's over. Being jealous don't make people not do something. Did y'all know that? Let me ask you a question. Have you ever, because you go through a cell phone, has it ever quit the calls? Stopped the calls? Has it ever? Honestly, has it ever worked? So being jealous, does it stop somebody? No. So we got to say, God, help me to do right. I want to do right. Single people, let me tell you, I got some single people in here, and you sitting next to the person you think you might want to marry. Let me tell you something. You got to look at all this stuff now. If you... Here it comes. Listen, if you don't like kids, stop dating a man because he got two. If you don't want him to deal, if he worth anything, I almost said the wrong word. Draw me nearer, nearer, blessed Lord. You must stop being so jealous. If you single and you dating a cat and he got these symptoms, you got to think about it. Watch this. This man ain't worth nothing. I got to hurry. We got Wednesday. This man ain't worth nothing if he don't want his kids. What man you think you going to be happy with if he ain't studying his children? Why you want him? You should be glad a man is trying to take care of his kids. Do you really want to be married to a dude who don't care nothing about his kids?